Hi there traders, this is Steve Miley's What to Watch this week commencing the 4th of November. Well, last week's focus was very much on the Federal Reserve meeting on Wednesday. The Fed delivered the third rate cut of 2019 as expected, but the market certainly reacted more that they were going to deliver further rate cuts. Certainly a more dovish reaction from the financial markets in here, with equity markets rallying, US bonds in here and pushing to higher prices and lower yields, and share markets overall globally also getting a strong bid, pushing to new recovery highs, whilst the US dollar weakened. So really a dovish reaction to what we saw as more of at least a neutral event, with the Fed indicating that they would be going on pause, that the mid-cycle adjustment was likely over for now. So the market certainly reacting in a more of a risk-on way in here, and potentially even anticipation of the Fed staying easy on rates going forward. The main data focus last week was the Friday's always much watched US employment report, very much beating expectations on both the October and the September data being revised higher. So all of that very, very positive in here, on the back of some positive Chinese manufacturing PMI data that we had earlier on Friday. So all of that added up to equity markets pushing even higher into the end of the week, with the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq hitting new record highs. Australian, New Zealand dollars, the risk currencies, also going higher. The focus in the UK has switched away from Brexit and now onto the general election. So the general election now on the 12th of December. And so now we're going to be really watching going forward. We're going to be certainly taking a look at election polls and everything that goes on the election campaign from the various political parties. On the US-China trade talks, we had some negative news Thursday from a Bloomberg News report. But then we had a positive report from the Chinese state media on Friday, and also from Wilbur Ross, the US Commerce Secretary, saying that the deal talks were in very good shape, and we're looking for an anticipation of potentially a signing of a new trade deal, certainly before the end of the year, potentially in November. The inquiry into the impeachment of President Trump continues. Further subpoenas issued last week, testimony expected this week, and that's going to be, we feel, a more critical news story to monitor going into November and year end. What are we watching for going into this week? Well, we're certainly looking on the central bank side, the RBA, Reserve Bank of Australia, on Tuesday, and the Bank of England on Thursday. On the macro data front, we get various PMI data from Europe and the US throughout the week. And then we also get German industrial production and Chinese trade data towards the end of the week. On the geopolitical front, we're going to keep our eye on the election trail in the UK and any political polls, opinion polls that might be coming out. And as ever, we're going to be keeping an eye on any developments from the US-Chinese trade talks. Have a great trading week, everyone.